Okay, so we have a rectangle from here. I draw it on the default. I will just move it here in Rhino to the layer 1. So properties and then layer 1. I'm just marking it and then go for properties, and then I can change the layer to layer 01. You have to add a new one if you don't have it, and just name it layer 1 or
yeah.
And then if you go for properties for the first,
No,
just check. I didn't bake it. I just draw it here. But
you have to make a new layer.
No, it's a rectangle from right.
Okay.
And there is something like geometry pipeline. And then I will try to connect this rectangle to this geometry pipeline. And the only thing which I have to double click is this curve thing to make it green. And then this rectangle, it's automatically inside my grasshopper. And then if I will start to change it, he will also start to move, but not always exactly. But the thing about the layer, if I would like to use layer filter, here I can type layer 01, on which is my rectangle. Okay.
How did you connect that to...
You have to here look. You have to double click on this. Yes. The layer 01. It's with the space in between layer 0 and
this.
Yeah.
No, just a normal.
Just normal space. Yes, it is. Okay. Somebody has got problems with this still?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember about double clicking on the curve. Yeah, and then just draw a rectangle. Yes, it's already there. But, yeah, layer probably have a space in between layer and 0. Okay, but then it's probably you go for properties. This one it's on the default. Change it to the layer 01. Then should be the grasshopper.
Still har vi
Yeah. Yeah, but you will mark it before mark it and then then maybe second. Can you complete this question? Or do you know? Okay, let's open C# component. One will be the list of input points, so I will call it one more time EPTS. The second will be the rec, which will be rectangle or curve. Let's see. Let's choose curve because generally rectangle or the curve, it's the same. Let's switch this rectangle to the curve. So curve, and then it should be fine. Points are going there. So here list access and point 3D, and here the rectangle. If I open it,
No list axis for curve.
no, just a single one. So here I have a list of points 3D, IPTS, and here I have curve rec. And there is of course a lot of ways to do how to do it, but let's make first of all we have to declare new list of points point 3D. So I will call it OPTS, like output points. I will see OPTs equal to the new list. Then type one more time point 3D and then semicolon. Of course, we could use something like this. Maybe it's faster. This variable, it's reading everything. And let's also declare that A is equal to OPTS. So in between, we have to create a loop over all of the points and check if this specific point it's inside the curve. So for each this time, I will leave it for each brackets empty right now, and I will just check if curve I'm looking for a function, so you have to wait for a second for me.
The script keeps deleting this part forward. No, okay. This time it isn't.
Sometimes it's getting.
Yeah.
Okay, so if and there's in brackets, and then there is a question how to deal with it. We can either go into the Rhino API, just here. So I will type here, for example, curve. And then there is one thing, maybe I will show you here, that if we have this rec and put dot, I will change it to the NURBS curve, just like this. And now from the curve, which is very general description, I say try to make out of it the NURBS curve. And then if I will go for the contains, it suddenly appears that it is allowed to have this option, because before if I will type here rec and contains, oh, it's also here, but let's do it. If rec contains, and then here is TPT, temporary point. And here I will just put TPT in EPTS. And here it's something which we have to check. So if I go for the NURBS curve, it's maybe not visible, but so I'm checking the NURBS curve class and check for something which is able to check if the point is inside or outside, and I found something like contains and computes the relation between a point and closed curve region. So it has to be closed. In our case, we make it from so the closed means that the beginning and the end of the curve have to be the same. In our case, it's fine because we make it out of the rectangle. But the only thing which we are not which we want to check is that what is the output and input for this contains. And the input is here the point 3D test point, so just the points. But the return value, it's not just the information is inside or not, it's just another class which is a point containment. Let's check how this point containment it's working and where it is. So here we see that it should give us the value 0, 1, 2, or 3. When 0 is unset, 1 is inside, 2 it's outside, and 3 it is on the curve. So we need to go and find this. And the one important thing is the reference, it's Rhino geometry namespace. So if I type here Rhino geometry and then point containment, then I can choose coincident, inside, outside, or unset. I will choose inside. So OPTS add TPT. Then I will just copy it and move it to your. In the world. Not point to be, but for where? There. Wow. In the line. Yeah. Good. Very good. It should help you with this point containment. If something is not showing up and not helping, then you have probably somewhere a mistake. And if you have to put this OPTS activity. So here we are declaring a new empty list on the beginning, in the first line. In the second one, we are changing our curve to NURBS curve, because then we can use the contains method. Then we are looping over all of the points in our grid of points, and we are checking if this NURBS curve contains one of the points in our grid. If it's inside, then add this point to OPTS, which is the output of our thing. So let's check. Let's click OK. In my case, it works. You have to connect points.
Yeah.
Yeah, show me what's on the
Something wrong with the
EPP. Okay.
E.
Yeah, here you have EPTS and here you have GPS.
Yeah.
That's very good. You see, if you type on it, you can either use the sphere to check which
Yeah,
one.
sorry.
See. Now, if you will move this rectangle in the Rhino, it should automatically adjust. So, if you will just grab this rectangle and type move and move it, then it should find the position. After the experiment, we don't use semicolons. We just use Somebody has problems or something? Yeah, you should not be here. That's your problem.
Vad var problemet?
No, my
Okay.
precious.
Okay. We'll start them. Okay. Let's. Okay. I will stop.